Hey there, welcome back to the channel where we talk relationships, dating psychology, and everything in between. Today's topic is one that gets a lot of whispers, but not enough real talk. How does a younger man act when he's truly into an older woman? No fluff, no guesswork. We're diving into real behaviors, real signs, and real psychology. Let's get started. You can't always tell if he's serious, right? Let's be honest, when a younger man shows interest in an older woman, there's often confusion, not because the connection isn't real, but because the signals can feel unfamiliar. Is he just being nice? Is he into you, or does he just admire your confidence? Is he playing, or is he genuinely invested? That's the problem. And here's why it's so hard to read. Society has taught us that men usually chase youth, and that older women are somehow not seen as the romantic ideal. That stereotype, it's outdated. In fact, a 2023 Pew Research survey found that over 38% of men aged 25 to 35 are open to relationships with women 6 or more years older than them. And that number is growing. But here's where the real challenge comes in. When a younger man does like an older woman, he often doesn't approach her the same way he might a woman his age. His behavior is more cautious, more respectful, but also loaded with signals that aren't always obvious. He's more careful. He feels intimidated. He doesn't want to be rejected. He assumes she's not interested. What happens if you miss the signs? Here's the part that gets frustrating. Because of the age gap, even if it's just a few years, women often second-guess the guy's intentions, and that can lead to missed opportunities. Let me give you a real-world example. Case study number 1. Hazel, 42, Jesse, 29. Hazel met Jesse at a work event. She noticed he'd always find a way to chat with her. He'd ask about her hobbies, mention books she'd talked about weeks earlier, and even adjusted his break time to match hers when she visited the office. But here's the kicker. She thought he was just being polite. Jesse, on the other hand, told his friend, and this is direct from his account, "I didn't want to make a move and make her uncomfortable. She's so grounded. I didn't want to come off immature." Sound familiar? When a man likes an older woman, he often suppresses obvious flirtation. Instead, he'll try to earn respect first. That means less flashy moves and more intentional connection. Key insight: he's not going to chase you like a teenage crush. He's going to align with you like a grown man trying to prove he's worth your attention. And that's what makes it hard to spot, because the same actions, interest in your opinions, wanting your advice, asking about your weekend, can either mean he's polite or he's deeply into you but careful not to cross a line. So, what does he actually do when he likes you? Alright, let's break it down. If a younger guy likes an older woman, here are the 8 most common behaviors based on studies, therapist insights, and real-life relationship coaches. Number 1, he looks for mentorship moments. He values your experience. He asks for your opinion on life decisions, even ones he could Google. He respects your perspective. That's not just admiration, it's emotional investment. A 2022 study from Psychology Today found that men in relationships with older women reported higher levels of emotional satisfaction because they felt more supported and guided. He listens more than he talks. He wants to learn from you. 2, he tries to level up around you. He knows you're more established, so he mirrors that. You'll notice changes. Maybe he dresses more sharply, takes on new responsibilities, or even talks about future plans more seriously. Case study number 2, Aria, 38, Mason, 27. Aria said, "I noticed he suddenly started working out, got more serious about saving money, and even started talking about long-term goals. After just a few months of us talking, he wasn't doing it for anyone else. He was doing it because he wanted to be seen as worthy in her eyes." Number 3, he's nervous, not smooth. Unlike younger guys hitting on women in clubs, when he's really into you, especially if you're older, he might get awkward, fumbles words, gets shy, overthinks what he texts. Why? Because your opinion matters. This isn't a casual flirt. It's admiration, and he doesn't want to blow it. He hesitates before sending a message, takes time to think, or gives you way more attention than anyone else in the room. 4, he's protective of you in subtle ways. He won't jump in with grand gestures, but he'll remember what coffee you like. He'll walk you to your car, He'll check if you got home safe. He pays attention to your routine. He shows consistent care, not loud but reliable. 5. He asks about your past and listens. This is a big one. He won't be scared of your exes or your past life. In fact, he'll want to know it all, not to judge, but to understand your journey. This is called relational context seeking, and it's more common in men who see long-term potential. He doesn't flinch when you mention being married before or having kids. He leans in. 6. He includes you in his future plans, even subtly. You'll hear stuff like, "I think you'd love this place. We should go there someday. You'd probably get along with my mum." He's testing how you respond. He wants to know if you see yourself in his life, without being too forward. Mentions of shared activities, future plans, or references that include you. Number 7. He downplays the age gap, but respects it. He'll never treat you like you're older in a negative way. He'll treat you like someone with more insight, but never make you feel less than or too different. He doesn't focus on the number. He focuses on the connection. Relationship expert Susan Winter, in her interviews on age gap dating, said, "The healthiest younger men don't see the age gap as a barrier. They see it as an asset." 8. He shows up repeatedly. This might be the biggest sign. When a younger man is into you, he'll show up for conversations, for little favors, for emotional support, consistently. Case study number 4, Tamara, 39, Eli, 28. She said, "I was hesitant, but he never flaked. He remembered things I said in passing. He never ghosted. That's when I knew he was different." Watch for this. His effort isn't temporary, it's stable. So if you're still wondering how he acts when he likes you, and you're the older woman, just remember this. He may not be loud about it. He may not flirt like a younger man does, but his effort will be focused. His interest will be mature, and his admiration will show up in how much he respects who you are, not just how you look. Your value isn't measured by age, and if a younger man sees that clearly, he won't chase with charm, he'll pursue with intention. So, here's the biggest question: how to respond when a younger man makes the first move. Many women in their 30s, 40s, or 50s find themselves approached by younger men, but most don't know what to make of it. Is he serious? Is he playing a game? Is it about experience or ego? According to a 2021 Pew Research Center study, 1 in 5 age gap couples in the US have the woman as the older partner, and the number is growing. So this isn't rare, but confusion still happens because the situation challenges social norms. The fear of regret or looking foolish. Here's where things get tricky. You might say no too quickly, not because you're not interested, but because of what others might think. You may worry. Will he lose interest once the excitement fades? Am I just part of a phase or a fantasy? Will I look like I'm trying too hard? In a real-life case study published in Psychology Today, a 43-year-old woman shared how she rejected a 29-year-old co-worker's advances, only to later realize he genuinely respected and admired her. He moved on, dated someone else, and the woman admitted regretting her decision, saying, "I was more afraid of being judged than I was interested in the connection." So let's break that cycle. Respond with clarity, not fear. Here's how to handle the situation when a younger man makes the first move. Step 1. Stay present. Don't overthink immediately. Just because he's younger doesn't mean he's not emotionally mature. Let him speak. Let the moment happen. Step 2. Ask yourself, not society, how you feel. Does he make you feel seen, respected, and appreciated? Not every relationship is about age. Some are about timing and connection. Step 3. Set the tone with clear communication. You don't need to say yes or no right away. A simple response like, "I wasn't expecting that, but I appreciate your honesty. Let's talk more," is enough to give you space while keeping the door open. Step 4. Watch his consistency. Young or not, consistency shows intent. If he keeps showing up respectfully, not just with charm, but with action, that speaks louder than anything else. When a younger man makes the first move, it's not about age, it's about how he moves. Your response doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be honest. And remember, real connection doesn't follow rules, it follows mutual respect. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. And hey, have you ever been in a relationship with a younger man? Drop your story in the comments. Let's keep the conversation real and honest. Until next time.